Hey there, Average John here with not so average Brendan Brazier. Brendan, I've got just a little under 4 months prior to the test of metal, and I'd like to ask you, certainly dietarily, now's the time I should probably start getting started with training my body a little bit with the food that I'm ingesting. What sort of tips would you recommend at this stage?
Well, diet and training really, as you know, go together. So your training is going to kind of dictate your diet. So what you want to do, I mean, at this point, 4 months before, you still want to be putting in those long base miles and teaching your body to be efficient at burning fat as fuel, and therefore preserving muscle glycogen so that you don't run out of muscle glycogen as soon, and therefore you don't bonk or hit the wall as soon. So you know, by doing those long bike rides, those metabolism rides, where your body does burn fat as fuel. Those long, 6-hour bike rides up through the trails and stuff is what's going to do that. Just low heart rate. You want keep your heart rate low. This is not about boosting threshold. This is about getting your body to become efficient at burning fat. So that's going to reflect your diet. So what you're going to want to do is have quite a balance of protein, carbohydrate, and fat, because your body is burning all those things. During that time, your body burns fat when you're doing those long, easy rides, obviously, but also burns a bit of protein, so a bit of muscle. So you want to make sure you replace protein so your muscles don't get weak and you don't start losing muscle and therefore losing strength. So as those rides progress and as you get closer to your date, you will want to start obviously cutting back the mileage and increasing intensity. And with greater intensity obviously comes less duration, and that's when you start shifting to more carbohydrate as fuel, because your muscles are going to burn more carbohydrate and not as much fat, not as much protein. So then you've got to feed them more carbohydrate. So that kind of dictates what you would eat. And in my book Thrive, I also have a chart that shows what to eat based on your training and your racing.
Physically, then my body should actually, as I get closer to it, it shouldn't be that I should say 2 weeks out that I should start being, more carbs. It's as I'm building up more, pulling the protein back. I've already got the muscle built up. The body should actually start asking for the carbohydrate.
Yeah, as you start switching that training, you'll find that the intense training is going to just make you want to eat more carbohydrate. You're going to be craving more things like rice and even fruit and stuff like that, because your body's burning through it so quickly. And that's going to kind of just dictate. You kind of have to allow your training to tell you what to eat, in a sense.
So would you recommend that there be a benchmark for sure, that say a month or 3 weeks or 2 weeks prior to competition, that you should absolutely be heavy into the carbs?
Yeah, usually what I would do, I mean, before IronMan racing, I started taper about 3 weeks before. So that's when the mileage would really be tapered back and the intensity would start increasing. So for me, it was around 3 weeks out. 3 weeks? Yeah.
And then how often would you be training a week? Would that be 3, 4, 5, or that would be daily?
That would be, yeah, it'd be a daily thing. But the like I say, the duration would be drastically cut back, but the intensity would notch up. And then I'd also have a definite rest day a week, sometimes even 2 rest days a week, just to allow for recovery from that more intense training.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.